Good morning, welcome everybody to another Vlogmas video. Today is another baking day and we are going to make some little peanut butter cookies and we're going to sandwich them with some chocolate fudge. So I've got some leftover peanut butter cookie dough that we had made together. I actually made a second batch so that I would have enough for to do everything that I wanted. So we're going to make some, I'm really thinking like, 1-inch size, because by the time you get 2 peanut butter cookies and the chocolate in the middle, that's going to be pretty rich. So I'm going to make them sort of bite-sized. That's my intention. So we'll see if I can get the size right as I'm putting them on my trays. Okay, welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. My name is Mickey and I have been doing Vlogmas videos every day this month except one. I started a new job. If you are new and don't know my story, I started a new job this week and I was a little bit overcommitted, I guess. So I have just missed one day so far, so hopefully I get the rest of them. And I do put links in my videos so that you can go back and watch any of the ones that you may have missed if you're interested. But anyway, we're going to get started on our cookies. So I'm going to use my small scoop to scoop out some dough, but I'm going to not use a full scoop. I'm going to use, I think, a half a scoop. And so I'm going to roll it into little half scoop balls. And then I'm going to dip it in just regular granulated sugar. And I'm going to put it on my trays here. And then once I've got them all out, we're going to take a fork and smash them down into that traditional peanut butter cookie look. And then once we've got them all baked and cooled, then we will make little sandwiches out of them. We're going to make some chocolate fudge filling and use that to fill these little cookies. And I don't really know how many I'm going to get out of this. I mean, obviously I'll know once I've bake them how many little sandwiches I'm going to get, but I don't know how many I want to make. I have so many cookies in my house that need to be divvied up for my kids and my neighbors and all the people that I would like to share them with. So I want to make all these things to try them, but we really don't need all that much sugar in our house. So we'll see how this goes. And I was planning to take a bunch of cookies to work, and I probably will still take some, but they have had, or we, I guess I should say, we've had cookies and baked goods on the counter every day since I started, and so I don't know how much more I want to add, particularly knowing that a lot of people take, as we lead up to the holidays, they take a bunch of time off. So I don't want to have just a bunch of goodies in there that people aren't around to eat, because then I'll eat them, and that's why I'm taking them out of my house. Okay, so the way I have these laid out, each tray is going to make 10 little sandwich cookies when I'm all done. So I think I'll do 2 trays and call it good. Maybe, we'll see. If I have any of this cookie dough left, I'm just going to prep it and flash freeze it and then put it in a baggie in my freezer, and then my husband and I will have peanut butter cookies to make so that we can make just a few at a time. And this dough is very, very simple to put together. So if I want to make another batch so that I have more pre-done dough in my freezer, I may do that. And it won't take long at all, and I have plenty of peanut butter that I had bought for all of the different recipes that I think I've already done. I think this is the last peanut butter recipe. All right, one more row and then we'll get these in the oven. I'm gonna get a fork and we're gonna smash these down a little bit. Get my stuff out of the way. So I'm gonna use my fork dipped in water and just smash them down, giving them the little crisscross peanut butter cookie shape or decoration or whatever you want to call it. The water just helps it not stick to the fork as badly. So you can do a few cookies and then dip it in water, and that helps your cookies flatten without the dough all sticking in between the tines of your fork. All right, so we've got our trays ready to go. So they are just cute little cookies. I think these will spread a little bit when I bake them. I don't think they spread too much. I don't remember from the other peanut butter cookies I made. So we're gonna get these in the oven. It's at 350 and we're gonna start with 10 minutes and that should be good. And I think I will just make those enough to make 20, or to make, what am I trying to say? Yes, to make just the 20 little sandwich cookies, because I'm not going to put everything that I'm making into the baskets or into the treat buckets. Some of it I will save for Christmas Eve and for Christmas. The kids are coming over on Christmas Eve. I'm going to my sister's on Christmas Day. So we'll take some of that and share it around on different days. So I think that's all I'm going to make of those little sandwich cookies. I'm going to go ahead and ball up the rest and get it on this tray and get them in the freezer. But I am going to put some parchment paper on here first. So these I'm just going to make regular full scoop size. And actually I'm not going to put the paper on the tray until I've got the cookies on it so that I can have room to smash them down. Because I don't need to leave a lot of space between my cookies, because obviously we're not baking them. We are just going to freeze them into the shape that we want. So we're going to use a full-size fork for these cookies. So go ahead and smash them down and then move them closer to each other. So it looks like I'll be able to get 4 across on my little tray that I'm using. Okay, so there is that tray. So let me get it. Hopefully I can do this without dropping cookies on the floor. All right, I lost a few of them on the counter, but that's okay. Those up and just put them back. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill another tray like this, or whatever we've got left, and then these will go in the freezer. All right, I'm gonna finish rolling out these while those cookies cool. Okay, so I just took the peanut butter cookies downstairs and put them in the freezer. And brought up the other cookie balls that I had put in the freezer. So we're gonna go ahead and get those in a bag and get them labeled. So I've got a bag of chocolate chip. And then I think the other ones are butterscotch chip. So I'll go ahead and get all of this in here. And then once the peanut butter cookies downstairs have flash frozen, I will go ahead and bag them up as well. So we ended up with about just over 3.5 dozen full-size peanut butter cookies. So those will be great along with these other cookies. Oh, whoops. This is fudge, not cookies. So let me take this back downstairs and get my other cookies. Okay. Here we go, and I've forgotten some of these are actually chocolate chip. Some of them are kind of a mix, I think. That's okay. We'll put them in the chocolate chip bag. They will be delicious. And then I'll just get a smaller bag for these butterscotch because I won't need a whole gallon bag for those. So I'm just putting on here December 23 so that I know in case the bag somehow gets lost in the back of my freezer, which could happen, then I know what year these came from. They're Scotch. Oops, chip. There we go. So we've got a big bag of chocolate chip cookies. We've got this small amount of butterscotch cookies, which is still plenty for just me and my husband, and we can make 4 or 6 or whatever. And then we've got the peanut butter cookies. So we'll be set for quite a while with pre-made sweets if we want them, and then we can just make the amount we want versus either making a whole batch or going and buying something. So I'll put those in this freezer for now, and then I'll take them all downstairs later. All right, we're gonna take a look at these little cookies and see, oh, they look good. Look at this. So just some cute little, perfect little sandwich size cookies. They're a little bigger than bite size, but, oh, that was hot. They're a little bigger than bite size, but I still think that they will be fine. So I'm gonna let those cool for a little bit, and then I'll put them on a tray to finish cooling. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get these on this rack and get them finished cooling, and we'll go ahead and make the chocolate or the fudge filling for them while they finish cooling. Looks like they're actually mostly cool. There those are. Now wipe up some of this crumb mixture that I've got between the baked crumbs and the dough crumbs. And the sugar, I've got kind of a mess here. Get that off of there, and then we can go ahead and get started on our chocolate. So for our fudge filling, we are going to put some chocolate chips in a bowl. To our chocolate chips, we are going to add some powdered sugar. And these are just semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then we're going to add just a little bit of coarse salt, which you guys know mine is not a super fine salt, so this will be perfect. And we're just going to set this to the side. We are going to warm up some evaporated milk. This was some I had left over from another recipe, and it was actually the perfect amount, so that's pretty good. All right, so our recipe tells us to put this in a pan and cook it or heat it until it's just at a simmer. I'm going to put it in the microwave and do the same thing. All right, so now we're going to take our hot milk and we're going to pour it over our chocolate, sugar, and salt. And we're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes until our chocolate is melted, and then we're going to whisk it all together until it's smooth. Once it's all smooth, we are going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for a little bit. We want it to still be spreadable, but be firm enough that it doesn't just, run off the cookie. So we're going to let this sit for 5 minutes, and then we'll give it a stir. Chocolate's starting to get soft. I'm going to go ahead and start whisking it. Alright, so as soon as these last few chips that are kind of inside the whisk melt, we're going to stick it in the refrigerator and let it chill. Now, the recipe says it should take about 2 hours. That seems like a long time to me, so we'll test it out and see. So I'll check it after about an hour or so and see how it looks and feels. Here we go. So now that is nice and smooth. So I'm going to stick this in the fridge and I'll be back in a little while. We'll check it. And once it's ready to go, we'll go ahead and fill our peanut butter cookies. All right, so
okay, so
I think
I'm gonna have to do a voiceover here. My daughter is here, and she and my husband were talking in the background, so it was kind of distracting. So the filling that we made together
so
is right.
What we're going to do is we're just going to take some of our chocolate.
Just going to take these little
filling. I think I'm going to have way too much for this amount of cookies, but that's okay.
Chocolate filling in between
so I'm going to put a nice thick layer in here.
And
top it, and
they just look
how good
so
those
cute.
Look. Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
So delicious. But my daughter and I, earlier, we were upstairs. We were sorting through all of the Christmas stuff that I currently have. So I discovered that I thought I just needed to buy extra gifts for one of the grandchildren to even things out. Turns out that all 3 of the older kids that live here in town need extra gifts. One poor grandchild only has, other than the clothing that I bought for all of them, one grandchild has just a single gift. So I at least now know what I have to buy. The 2 that live in Texas, they both had sent me Amazon lists, and I was just randomly going through and picking things from their list that I thought would be good. I ordered each list separately so that it would be easier for me to make sure I knew what went to who when I got the items. And I didn't really pay attention when I was picking things, and really it ended up the exact same number of items, and it ended up within just a few dollars of each other in terms of price. So I am going to just keep going with these cookies, get them all filled up. I'm going to have a ton of leftover filling. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm sure I will find something. So I'll just put it in a bowl and we'll put it in the fridge, and then we'll be able to use it when we're done.
Can't believe how cute these are. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this extra chocolate filling though. I'll have to make some other cookies, I guess. Hannah opened her mouth, so maybe she just wants to eat it. Yeah, so this is going to be way more filling than I needed. So I wonder what else I am making that I could use some of this filling for. Whoops, wrong side. Alrighty, so we've got our 20 little sandwich cookies. They look really, really good. I have a whole lot of chocolate filling left. So,
Just give me a spoon.
I'm gonna, want some?
No.
So I'm gonna put this in a bowl, stick it in the refrigerator until I figure out what else we can use it on, because we're definitely not gonna waste all of that. So, just like the rest of the videos that I've done with regards to baking, if you sign up for my newsletter, if you haven't already, you will get 5 free recipes. And if you are interested in the entire set of recipes that are my recipes or my grandmother's recipes, there's a link at the top of the description box. It takes you to a site where you can purchase that entire set for just $5. So thank you very much for watching this video today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying this whole series. I'm really having a lot of fun trying out some new things and putting this whole thing together, challenging myself to get a video out every day, which I did miss one day, so not a perfect score, I guess, but I'm gonna give myself grace and say that that's fine. So thank you so much for watching, and be watching out for my upcoming videos. I will link a couple at the end of this video that you can go back and watch. They're all in a playlist as well called, I think it's called Vlogmas 2023. So you can go and look in that playlist and watch any of the videos that you've missed if you're interested in those. And I will see you guys on the very next video. Thanks.